So this is one of our pumpkin patches. We have two. These are Atlantic Giants. One right there, sprouting. I just wanted to show how well these are doing. These are just really have taken off. They've probably doubled in size in the last week. We got a lot of rain late last week, and they grow a couple feet a day out here. But some of these leaves are just massive leaves. Like, look at my hand compared to that leaf. They're just enormous. They've been getting watered regularly, and that's why I put them close to the house so we could water them real easily. I'm getting a little bit of powdery mildew, which I started treating with apple cider vinegar and a milk and water mixture from what I read online. There's a pretty big pumpkin down there. And lots of other little ones still growing. But we got away with, we escaped the vine borers, it seems. And I'll just keep an eye on this powdery mildew. It is first week of September. So we still got a little ways to go yet. But they're just doing great. So these are the Atlantic Giants. Hopefully we get some really big ones. Been fertilizing, liquid fertilizer, organic fertilizer. And I'll get another video of the smaller pumpkin patch outside in the pasture out there with the jack-o'-lanterns, which aren't doing so well. But I'll get into that in a minute. All right, so we're out here in the field, the pasture, or old cattle pasture, whatever you want to call it. And we planted a bunch of pumpkins. These ones not doing so good. They are growing. We do have some jack-o'-lantern. They're supposed to be like a smaller size pumpkin, I guess. But I planted a lot. I planted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or so plants. But we can't water them out here. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get a water out here. And these ones have been attacked pretty good by like squash bugs, I think. And like I said, we haven't been able to really water them. This is an Atlantic Giant, actually, this last one. But again, nothing compared to what the other pumpkins up by the house are doing. I'm assuming just because we can't fertilize I haven't fertilized them and I haven't been able to water them. So kind of Mother Nature doing her thing out here. But we'll get pumpkins. Each one has at least one pumpkin on them. So, I mean, that's a little guy, but still got a ways to go yet. So, but these are just getting attacked like crazy by these bugs. So, it probably has something to do with it too. So, I don't know. Hopefully, we get a handful. That'd be cool if we could get 10 or 15 jack-o'-lantern ones out here. So, next year we'll try to do a better job. But this is the first year out here, just letting Mother Nature do her thing. Okay, so Atlantic Giants. This is 2 weeks later after the last video there. They've come all the way up onto the driveway now. Powdery mildew is spreading a little bit, and I'm not too happy about that. Also, I have some really big suckers but then the bottom is split open. So I tried to fix this one. What if I tape it shut again or something to keep bugs out? But like, it was getting huge. Like, it's a pretty big pumpkin. And then the bottom split open. So I don't know, I read it was like maybe irregular watering or something. But so in the last video they were all the way up here by the tree, and now they're just going nuts. And there's a lot more pumpkins growing. So there's like little tiny ones. There's some big huge ones. Another big one over there. It's just been really taking off lately. I don't know. It's my first try growing Atlantic Giants. I think next year I'll definitely do some things differently. but they're huge. I mean, it seems like they grow great up until about this big, and then it gets nasty here and splits. So I don't know what the heck is going on, if it's like bugs or something or whatever, but I hope they all don't do that. Anyway, so I thought I would give an update on that. A couple weeks later, like they're even larger now. So cool. So pumpkin patch update. Atlantic Giants 2 weeks later. So it is like late September, Northern Illinois, 2022. It's cold morning, 44 degrees. So the coldest morning we've had yet. The powdery mildew is not terrible, but definitely starting to kill off some of the leaves. I was like doing like a milk spray on them and trying a couple different things. And I think it definitely helped. They're not too many dead leaves, but definitely some dying foliage here. There's quite a few pumpkins in here that are still like just starting to grow and get big. There's a pretty big one down here. Like pretty large pumpkin. Let's see if you can kind of see here. My hand. I mean, it's a pretty big pumpkin. Not huge, but so there's still a lot of growth going on. I've been having to train them off the drive here, but they're still like, you probably remember this part. I mean, they're still just growing like insane. Flowering. This big one split. I tried fixing it. I don't know what's going on with it. It's almost like it's healing itself or something because it's still growing. So I don't know what the heck's going on with that. But we're getting some real big ones in there. One over there you can see. Yeah, there's a couple big ones over here too, and they're doing this weird splitting end thing. So if anyone knows what's going on with that, let me know. So next year I can try to fix it. But this is a pretty big pumpkin here, see? I mean, they're getting pretty huge. It's amazing to watch them how fast they grow. Because in like a day or two, they'll like double in size when they're small like that. So end of September, we're getting close to the end of the season here, but they're still growing strong. It's awesome. I love them. So we'll check back here a couple weeks. Okay, well, the frost killed the vines, so we're going to pick whatever pumpkins we have. There's not very many. They didn't get very big, but they're just jack-o'-lanterns, and there's one Atlantic Giant, which did not get giant. It stayed super small. So these are, yeah, we'll see how many we get. But like I said, the frost killed it, so we might as well pick them because they're not getting any bigger before they get rotten or some animals start to eat them. So
my mini orange.
Cool, look at that. Oh, what's wrong with it? Oh, that's kind of funky. Ew.
There's more mini oranges I can have.
Okay, well, the frost killed the vines, so we're going to pick whatever pumpkins we have. There's not very many. They didn't get very big, but they're just jack-o'-lanterns, and there's one Atlantic Giant, which did not get giant. It stayed super small. So these are, yeah, we'll see how many we get. But like I said, the frost killed it, so we might as well pick them because they're not getting any bigger before they get rotten or some animals start to eat them. So
my mini orange.
Cool, look at that. Oh, what's wrong with it? Oh, that's kind of funky. Ew.
There's more mini oranges I can have.
Well, we're Atlantic Giants done for the year. We picked them all. Put them in the back of our PT Cruiser pickup truck here. We got some pretty big ones. This one has a weird stem split. But there's some real big giant ones in here. Like this thing's huge. That's a huge one. There's some really big ones in here. I'm going to weigh them. But look at my hand, like, that's a pretty big pumpkin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 pumpkins out of it. Here's the vine. This frost killed it, and it froze last night real hard, and so we came and got them. Hopefully some of them turn a little more orange as we let them sit out in the sun for longer. But next is to yank some of these vines out and mow it all and wait till next year. So I'll get some weights on some of these pumpkins here next in a minute. Okay, this is the biggest one. 31.4, I think is what it weighed at. So not as big as I wanted at all, but hey, first try, not so bad. There's some pretty big pumpkins, so these are going to be fun to carve. Like, pretty big. I mean, I'm a size 9.5 shoe. That's a pretty big pumpkin. So yeah, we got a bunch here, a couple here. Gonna see if they can orange up a little. These are from the outside, or the other pumpkin patch, that smaller pumpkin patch out in the field out there. Got a few there, and there's a couple on the front porch. But there we go, conclusion to the whole series. So, fascinating, I know. Thanks for watching.